One is, why should I snack why shouldn't I snack during the day? I thought it was better to eat several small meals. So this is a great question because it's one we hear frequently. And that is, we tend to recommend that you eat less frequently rather than more frequently. So the question is why? Because there's lots of people out there who are recommending, many frequent small meals a day, 5, 6, 7 meals a day. And we recommend quite the opposite. So let me explain to you why. So there's a few ways to answer this question. One of them is that, so when you eat, the first phase, the first thing that happens is what you might think of as digestion and absorption. So your body's breaking down the foods and then absorbing the nutrients from those foods. That process takes somewhere between 3 to 5 hours, depending on exactly what you've eaten, how much you've eaten, and your own, digestive tract. So that part of the process takes 3 to 5 hours. Now, what happens as we get to the end of that process is important here. When we get past that 3 to 5 hours and we've absorbed the food, we go into a phase that scientifically is called catabolism. It's probably not important that you remember the term. What's important is you remember that when we get into this catabolic phase, now what begins to happen is what you might think of as the body's housekeeping mechanisms kick in. At the cellular level, the body is doing housekeeping. You could think of it as detox. It's cleaning itself out. The cells are cleaning themselves out. They're getting rid of waste products. They're undergoing all kinds of processes that you might think of what you do around your house when you're keeping it clean, you're maintaining it, that sort of thing. And during this phase, not during the housekeeping phase, the energy required for the housekeeping now comes from fat, from fatty acids in your cells. And so if you don't give your body long enough to get out of the digestion absorption phase and into this housekeeping phase, you don't get any of the benefits that come with your cells detoxing, cleaning themselves, housekeeping, tidying up, and also burning fats. You end up never getting around to burning fat, which we want to burn fat, especially if we have excess body fat. So that's part of the problem. There's also some scientific evidence that suggests that the microbiome in your gut, so these are the bacteria that inhabit your intestines, and we think of as the friendly bacteria that are part of a lot of different body processes. So we call this the microbiome. And so there's evidence that the microbiome is made healthier when we have longer periods between meals, periods without eating. It's almost as if they're involved in the digestive process, and after that digestive process, they also need time to reset, to migrate around, to get ready for the next round of food that's coming in. And it seems that when they're given enough time to do that, that they are healthier. And there's so many health benefits to a healthy microbiome. In fact, if we don't have a healthy microbiome, we can't be healthy, because they're not only involved in digestion, but they're involved in immune function. They're involved in the function of the brain and the nervous system. They're involved in a whole bunch of things. And so we want to keep them healthy. So, for all those reasons, we need to go long enough after eating in order to get the benefits. The other thing that tends to happen for most of us is, unless we're really carefully counting our calories, doing one of these many frequent small meal kind of plans, we will tend to eat more calories over the course of the day when we're grazing and eating more frequently. And so especially if weight loss or weight maintenance is a goal, well, then it's not going to be helpful to eat more calories. So for all of those reasons, we recommend that you have one long fast overnight, and we'd love for that to get close to the 12 to 13 hour mark at the minimum, because there's some evidence that you get a lot of increased benefit, things like cancer prevention, when you go at least 13 hours as part of your overnight fast. So the last time you eat at night until the first time you eat in the morning. And then we want to try to hit that 3 to 5 hour mark minimum between our meals during the day. so that we get all of the benefits of what happens after the body finishes digesting and absorbing. So there we go. Question number one. So